Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a beef rib. They call them short ribs, or they call them plate ribs, or I like to call them DINO ribs. They're really large beef ribs, and I'm going to take them out of the fridge and trim them up a little bit, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, we're back. Here's my ribs I'm going to cook today on the offset smoker. These are some of the biggest beef ribs you can buy. They call them DINO ribs. It's USA grade 1 I got from HEB. And I'm going to go ahead and open these packages up. As you can see, the big rack here has a lot of fat that I need on the fat cap I need to trim off. And I'm going to go ahead and start doing the trimming, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, we're back. I just finished trimming up these ribs. On the big rack, it has a fat cap on it, and the object is to expose as much of the meat as you can without gouging it out. That way the smoke and the rub have a better chance of getting into the beef. Also, a lot of people don't do this, but I think it helps, is I removed the membrane from the bone section back here. I removed that membrane so the smoke and the rub will have a chance to get through to the bone. Most of the meat you're going to eat's on top of that bone, and you'll never touch that bone, but I like to give it the opportunity to go through and smoke all the way through. This is what it looks like, the membrane on the back. Nobody wants to bite into that. It's like shoe leather. So I remove it. It's not easy. It's not easy to remove it, but I take the extra time it takes to go ahead and do it. So today we're going to use as a rub this Cosmos Q beef dry rub. It's got lemon and garlic in it. I'm going to put a light coat on the ribs of this, and I'm going to come back and hit it hard with 50% kosher salt, 50% pepper, just like Texas. But first I need a binder to bind this rub to these ribs, and I'm going to use some walnut oil. So let's rub these down with some oil. Let's get both sides of these big guys. And the top. Those are huge. I can't wait to try those. Alright, let's get this whole rack. I believe this is a 4-bone rack of ribs. I think it has 4 bones in it. But as you'll see while I'm cooking them, the meat's going to pull up on those bones big time. Alright, let's get that off. Rub down the edges, the sides. Alright. Let me wash my hands real quick. One thing about that walnut oil, warm water really gets it to come off. It's not like olive oil that won't come off your hands. So, we're going to start with a light dusting of this Cosmos Q. This should give it a little garlic, lemony flavor. Get the sides. All right. Okay, now once I put the Cosmos Q rub on there, I'm gonna come back and hit it hard with this salt and pepper, just Central Texas style. This is 50% kosher salt, 50% 16 mesh black pepper. So here we go. Make sure you get all the edges. All right. Now, I've been having some problems getting some post oak, so today I'll be cooking with maple, with a little bit of cherry, and some mesquite. So I'm really anxious to see how these come out with those two woods, the cherry, maple, the three woods, and mesquite. So I'm gonna go out and get a fire going, and we'll put these ribs on the fire, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I got a fire going now. I've got some maple in there. I got a little pecan, trying to get me a good coal base going. So we're gonna go ahead and put the ribs on. As you can see, I have a probe in here to find, see what the grate temperature is. I also have a pan of water to keep moisture in the cooking chamber. I'm gonna go ahead and put these big ribs on. And we'll set these up like that. Trying to get a bark around the whole rib. And I'm gonna take this wrap and put it bone down. I expect the cook time to be 5 to 6 hours maybe for these ribs. So I'm going to go ahead and close the top. I'm going to come back and check them in 2 hours, and I may spritz them a little bit with apple cider vinegar. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. The beef ribs have been on the fire for about 2 hours now. I want to take a look, see what they look like. I'm probably going to spray them with some of this apple cider vinegar. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, those look good. Let's spray them with some of this vinegar. Okay, I'm going to close them up, try to keep the temperature between 250 and 275. And I'll probably open them up again in another couple of hours. And then I'll make sure the color is the way I want it. And then I'll wrap them in butcher paper and finish them off. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, the ribs have been on a little over 4 hours now, and I'm going to check the internal temperature. I may not wrap these ribs. I think they're done. So let's check them out. Oh, that's nice. Let me see what the temperature is internal. Oh, they're soft as butter. I'll tell you what, these two smaller ones are ready. I think this one needs a little longer. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these two off and let them rest inside. And then we'll come back and check on these guys. There's some nice pullback on these bones, but the internal temperature is just not there yet. So I'm going to move them over a little bit, and I'm going to let them cook a little longer, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. The rack is ready to come off the smoker now. And we'll go ahead and pull it off. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that big bone pullback. Oh, the bones are falling out everywhere. That's because I took the membrane off the back of the ribs, so they tend to fall out. So let's take these inside and let them rest, and then we'll try them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a bite of this rib and see how it came out. That is excellent. Look at this rib. Look how juicy this is with the smoke ring. It's crazy. It's so good. Okay, I'm back. The rack is rested a little bit. Here is the other single. Look at the bark this thing has on it. That's crazy. So let's cut this off the bone and see what it looks like. Oh wow. Look at the smoke ring on this guy. Look how that smoke got into it. We'll have to try some of that here in a minute. The ribs on this guy are just coming out right and left. So let's just slice this. Oh wow. Look at that. That smoke ring and how juicy this beef rib is. Oh my gosh. So doing beef ribs like this is what they call short rib, plate rib, DINO rib. It's not hard. It takes 3, 4, 5 hours to put your rub on it and smoke them. So I suggest you give it a try. I think you'll really like what you come out with. So if you don't mind, please hit the subscribe button for me and the like button. And next weekend, I believe, we're going to slow cook a brisket. So until next time, see you later.